Welcome to First Impressions. My name is Carl Lee.
And I'm Jaysen Headley.
First Impressions, we give you our initial thoughts on comic books, movies, TV shows, movies, and more movies, and video games, and whatever the heck we want.
Yeah.
So, this week's going to be a special First Impressions where we do comics from last week, which is September 10th, and this week, September 17th. So it's going to be extra long, okay? So you won't be watching it unless you liked it.
Yeah. Wow.
Alright, so let's hear about our rating system, Jaysen.
Alright. Well, and you guys should just know, we talked about spanking a dog, so that it's not so weird. Carl did come back from his premiere of the film Revenge of the Green Dragons, which is why we're doing 2 weeks in a row. And there's Izzy. This is Izzy, by the way. She's the First Impressions mascot.
Yeah.
She's kind of bad at her job, clearly. So our rating system's out of 5 stars. That's 2 stars for artwork, 2 stars for writing, and 1 very special star if we think it needs an extra bump up. And we give Izzy 1 star because she's interrupting everything right now. Oh my god, my computer's gonna fall.
So,
alright, so let's get started. Book number 1 of the week is Annihilator.
Annihilate her. Grant Morrison, Fraser, what's his name? Irving.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the art is amazing, and it's pretty high concept.
Yeah.
It's kind of like meta.
Yeah.
But it kind of reminds me of something very Stephen Kingish, where it's like the writer, but then it becomes meta, and it's like one and the same. Whatever he writes becomes real, which isn't a new concept, but
it's got a Grant Morrison-y spin to it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I loved it. I really loved it. I loved the writing. I love the art. I can't wait to read another issue. I love the concept of this book. As a writer myself, I always like stuff that's about writers because I love how they portray things. But really liked it. I gave it 5 stars.
Wow. I thought it would kind of remind me a little bit of Supreme Blue Rose. I gave it a 3.5.
Well, okay. Next up is Futures End Batman.
Number 1.
Number 1. There's only going to be one, right?
So this is the one that's where he tries to clone himself. I heard a lot of criticism about this because, like, why would Batman want to do that? Regardless of whether or not he should be doing it, I believed it enough, and it was really kind of a cool issue rather.
Yeah.
And I liked it.
It was a cool issue. Futures End is crap. I've yet to read anything to make me believe anything to the contrary.
We liked Grayson.
Yeah, Grayson was good, but you know what? If we didn't have the Futures End book, I would not miss them one darned bit. But this was fine. He cloned himself. I liked seeing Bizarro back. That was exciting. I liked the artwork, and because of the artwork, I'm gonna give it a 3.
Yeah. Oh, because of the artwork, I gave it a 4.
All right. Batman Eternal, number 23.
Oh my goodness, there's 2 this time, so I don't remember this one anymore.
Yes.
This was from last week.
Yes.
And let's see. This one featured Catwoman.
Right.
I believe.
Yes, it did.
I felt that this one really kind of didn't go anywhere. It was a little bit fillerish. What else did I say? It's Catwoman. The reveal is that she's the daughter of the Lion, which is the original Kingpin, and now she's gonna be the Kingpin. So that was the big thing of this issue. But other than that, it was kind of just, it didn't go anywhere. And they introduced Jade, which no, they didn't. Jade appeared before with Killer Croc or something as one of his minions or whatever you want to call it. And I thought, maybe she could be like Catgirl or something. Which she kind of introduced the Catgirl before. Anyways, it kind of made me think of. This issue reminded me of there's a storm coming detective. And I don't know if there's an umbrella big enough to cover the whatever.
Well, yeah. I didn't love the artwork. I didn't love the writing. Like you said, it was very filler. So I gave it a 2.
3.5.
All right. Next
Batman
up.
Eternal number 24.
I think the opposite of everything of the previous Batman Eternal.
Is it 24?
24. Yeah.
Yeah, this is spoilers. I think that was the best page of the last one, right?
Frickin' loved this issue of Batman Eternal. You finally gave me spoiler. I loved her storyline. I loved how badass she was.
Yeah.
Everything in this issue was followable, which is something that's pretty rare for Batman Eternal. I knew what was going on the entire issue and wasn't confused.
Yeah.
Art was great. Writing was great.
Clark, y'all.
Super.
But you like the writer?
I did.
This one I think is
Ray Fox.
Ray Fox.
Oh. I'm shocked that I liked something by him.
Yeah, Fox,
But I really liked this issue. It was very
great.
strong. Art was great. Very followable. That's a big thing for me with Batman Eternal is a lot of issues are not very followable, and this definitely was.
And this wasn't super heavy in like,
fun.
I had to remember what happened last time.
Yeah.
So it was actually really kind of light, almost too light, but you know what? We love spoiler. We like her, so...
I give it a 4.
I gave it something too. 3.45.
Okay, great. Next up is Batgirl. You read Batgirl.
Batgirl.
What did you give
Futures End #1,
No,
the
yeah.
non-3D cover. I still had to buy it because I read it digitally and decided I loved it and I want to own it. It's the last Gail Simone Batgirl issue, actually. So it's her send-off, and it's awesome. 5 years later, what happens to Barbara Gordon, and I don't want to give any spoilers, but there's 3 other Batgirls, including Cassandra Cain, Stephanie Brown, and this new girl, Tiffany Fox.
Tiffany Fox. Oof.
And she's, cute. It's something like Jason Headley would write.
Oh, look at that.
It kind of made me think of Jason Headley.
Oh, great.
It was fun. The beginning scene is so, like, dramatic and intense. It was a great issue.
What'd you give it?
I gave it something. Again, I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know! I read this, like, so long ago!
You give it 4 out of 5.
Woo! No, I hate this now. I don't like this at all.
Oh.
Okay, Copperhead #1.
All right, you know what? I really liked this.
Jay Farber.
This has so much personality. The space
How do you remember this?
cowboy thing is not new. It's been done before. But this had so much charm and personality, and I really liked the characters.
Yeah.
And the artwork is great. And there's these green things. And this just had so much freaking personality. I really liked it.
Yeah, it's a sci-fi western. Like
Yeah.
you said, it's not new, but female lead.
Yeah.
And a
female
mother.
lead. Yeah.
And a mother with a kid.
That was
And that
great.
actually made the whole difference. She's a female sheriff.
Yeah.
And that made a whole difference. It
And
made
it's
something
funny.
that you actually care
It's
about.
very personal. It has a lot of personality. I loved it.
Well, I ain't gonna sell it up here yet. We have to see the
It's got
second
a lot
issue,
of opportunities to be
but
great.
it could crap
Potential.
out the second issue.
Yeah.
But it was just charming enough first issue for me to give it a 4. Okay.
Woo!
Okay.
I give it a 4 as well.
Okay.
Cool.
Death
Death Vigil.
Vigil #12.
I love this book. I really like Death Vigil. I really like the characters. It's consistent. I love the
Art's
world.
great.
I love the mythology. The art is fantastic. Every week they reveal more about the world, and I'm really liking getting to know this everything. The characters, everything.
Yeah, I liked it. At the end,
Probably my least favorite issue of the book so far, but that's not saying a lot because I still think it's fantastic.
I just remember reading the end and going, huh? What?
Yeah, I think you're supposed to go huh what a little bit. It was a huh what kind of page.
And yeah, I gave it a 4.
Woo! I gave it a 4 as well. Good job, guys. Can't wait for more.
This
You
is
read this.
The Death-Defying Dr. Mirage #1. I didn't buy it when it came out. Then I decided to buy it because she's Korean.
Oh.
She's Korean, and because we read a review that it was good, and I like Valiant books actually, so I always like to try them.
Art
So
looks
I
great.
read it. Yeah, the art's great. I don't know. There's some interesting things, but then it's just, I don't know. There are a lot of books out there like this where there's a person who's, all about the supernatural detective-y type of Constantine type of, what's that other book? You know what I'm talking about? What's that other book? Tom Alsop or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
All those type of
Yeah.
supernatural detective-y type of, it's.
Yeah.
I don't know if it gave me enough for the second issue. That's all I say. But it's still a really good
What'd you give
issue though. I don't know, something. I don't know.
Didn't you
How am I
choose
supposed
today?
to know these things?
Where'd you just read this today, right?
I don't know. I didn't even rate it. Okay.
What would you give it?
I gave it a.
Like a 3? Like a 4?
Yes,
like
exactly.
a 3. All right. Next up is Hawkeye. Number 20. Listen, I don't appreciate. I love Kate Bishop. I do, but her storyline is so filler and feels so filler, and I'm just not that invested in it for some reason. However, you finally
Really?
ended it.
Filler.
You finally ended her storyline and are taking her back to New York and putting her back in the main storyline. So thank you so much for finally
You're
doing
welcome.
that. Because her storyline just doesn't fit. I want to see Hawkeye when I read Hawkeye.
He likes Hawkeye.
And I love Kate Bishop, but I'm so glad to see her going back into the main story, so we're not doing this back and forth thing. So yes, I gave this a 4. I'm really excited to see what happens next. Exciting.
Hexed 2. Good art.
Yeah.
Constantine-ish
Yeah, it's
world,
very
except
Constantine-ish.
female. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. I
But,
like it.
but in reading it, I kind of forgot what happened previous issue, but I think I caught back on. And
Yeah.
there's some great dynamic between characters, I think. Like her assistant and, how resourceful they are. This is actually a really cool book.
Yeah. It's very fun. I love that it's a very female-oriented cast. The art's great. It's just a fun book. It's a fun read. It's not super deep, but it's good. What do you give it?
Give it to me 4.5.
I give it a 4.
Infinite Crisis number 3.
You know, this book has not been getting good reviews, but I really quite enjoy it. I think it's a lot of fun. I like the characters a lot. I like seeing this team interact because I think they're such a bizarre team. I don't know why Catwoman is so piddly in this issue.
Man, she's like a scaredy
What are
cat.
we gonna do? Catwoman, get it together.
But then she gets her crap together, she pulls up her poop and puts it back up.
Well, yeah, I liked it a lot.
Yeah, I liked it. I don't know about a lot, but I did really much like it too. And you know what the thing is? You don't know if they're gonna die. You actually feel like they could die, right? That's the one good thing about this is that they could die, but they haven't. But you think that they could, you know, which is really special about it. Yeah, there's high stakes.
Yeah, I mean, they're destroying whole universes. That's pretty crazy.
Totally high stakes. So, I mean, and if you're into the game, awesome. And if you're into the Multiversity, and then you read this, it's almost like a companion book.
Yeah,
right?
It's great.
I think it's some great Asmodee fun. I don't know what people talking about.
I gave it a 3.
Just League. Oh, I don't know.
Shit.
I get a 4.
All right, Justice League United Futures End. I'm gonna reiterate, Futures End is crap. This was boring. It was really lame. It didn't add anything to the story.
Oh my.
I have to read Justice League to finish it.
The art was cartoony.
I liked Equinox, but I don't know. On one page, I'm pretty sure they said the word Equinox 8 times. Not necessary. That's just not necessary.
Yeah, I did like Equinox in it. She was heavily featured, and they did introduce some other characters, so it was nice to see other characters that they don't normally use. There was like Captain Atom, but yes, we are not interested in reading the follow-up to this issue.
Yep.
And the art was just okay. It's a little cartoony for my taste.
Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of the art. The only thing I did like was this mechanized polar bear. That was pretty cool. But after that, it was all downhill.
Oh, funk ass! I keep forgetting writing down your ratings. 2.5.
Alright, I gave it a 2. I don't even know what book that was. That's okay. Let's go.
The Life After Twee.
3. Did you read this?
Yes, I did.
Oh my god, I love this book!
He loves this
I
book.
do not know where this came from.
He does not know where it came from.
Because the first issue I was kind of like, that's good.
Yeah, the first issue.
And the second issue was like, oh, I love this.
And the second issue, he loved it.
And the third issue, man, this book is phenomenal.
Man, he thought it was phenomenal.
What'd you think?
I thought it was I give it a 5.
Because it's awesome!
And I said, Oni Press is back! Not that they really disappeared, but they're getting back on the map.
I love it.
Noticing them more again.
Here's what I love.
Oni
There's
Press
so many
back,
books.
y'all.
Whoa, we got a low battery warning, folks. We got a low battery warning. Here's what I love. I love that there's so many books out there that take years to give me any answers, and you in the third book said, this is how the freaking world was created, this is how Jesus was created according to us, and this is our universe. I love it. We already know who the main character is. We already know that he's a son of God. I just love it. I can't wait for more. This is one of the most creative, interesting books out there right now.
Very inspired stuff.
Yeah.
And I think that
it's so smart.
It's like a post-apocalyptic, but you know, in that whole other life afterlife sense, you know, that you don't normally see post-apocalyptic in the afterlife.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I gave it a 5.
Oh my god, I gave it a 5 too! Miles per hour number 3. It took a while for it to come out, but it was really easy to catch back on. It was awesome. I loved it. It's fun. It's fun as hell. Yeah.
I really like this too.
It's consistent.
It's really consistent. The characters
are
great.
And it has some new stuff too, so it's not like reiteration.
The twist at the end is great too. I love the twist where one of the characters. That character ends up in another place another time.
Right.
That was awesome.
Right, I like that.
I know I keep saying this about this book before, but this is making me kind of like Mark Miller again after a long time of not liking Mark Miller. I gave it a 5.
4.5.
All right.
Ms. Marvel, number 8.
Listen, here's the thing about Ms. Marvel. It's freaking adorable. It's a diverse cast. The art is superb, and the really good artist that I like is back. It's great. I love Ms. Marvel. I would like to see it. Let's bump it up a little bit now. Let's get a little bit more story going. But it's always cute. It's always adorable. It reminds me of things like Figment, which I love. I give this issue a 4. You didn't read this, I don't think, right? All right. Next up.
This is Multiversity. SOS, Society of Superheroes, Conquerors from the Counter World. number 1. Oh shit, this is amazing stuff though.
Really?
This is some badass mofo
world
building, which is lots of mysterious stuff, and it feels so big and but connected to everything else, so it doesn't feel like it's too big and not alienating, but full of such badassery. So great. I loved it. I gave it a 5.
Ooh,
I thought it was some dope-ass world building.
Damn, girl.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to the other books. The art is great. Chris Sprouse, Morrison.
Awesome. Next up,
Prometheus, Fire and Stone, number 1. This is the beginning of, I guess, something new they're trying where they're combining all the Aliens vs. Predator kind of properties together into one big ass storyline. I guess it's a big comeback for them. I think it's a mini series type of thing, and I don't know if it's all in continuity or if it's a self-contained storyline, but it does come after the movie Prometheus. And if you like Prometheus, you will love this. If you're into aliens, you will still like it, and I did like it. And it has an awesome ass Paul Pope cover. The art is great in it, and yeah, I mean, it's more of what you would like in Prometheus if you liked it. I gave it something again, but I can't remember because
you gave it a 5.
Damn,
right?
girl.
Damn,
I
girl.
gave it a 5. Woo!
All right, next up, Shudder.
I didn't have time to shut her. I didn't have the time to shut her.
Shudder number 6.
I didn't have time.
Wow, story moved fast in this issue.
Oh,
like, we really started going. And then there is a last page cliffhanger that was like, holy what the hell? And then they say won't be back until December? Excuse me, what? And I just have to say that right after you get through the last page, it says Shudder returns in December, and even the cat is like, holy crap, because that last page was so crazy. Shudder, you are also a book that I love every time you come out. Please keep coming out. I can't wait till December 5.
I didn't read it. 5!
5.
Spread them!
Alright, listen, we gave this book one more
number
chance.
3. Yeah, I didn't really care so much about number 2, right?
Yeah.
And so
I decided we should give it one more chance.
The only reason why we gave this number 3 a chance is because he saw some titties in there.
I know, it's so weird that...
Some titties.
It looked really gruesome and crazy, and I was like, that looks cool.
We did decide to give it a chance, and...
I gotta be honest,
there's
this, like, bathroom scene that makes no freaking sense whatsoever. There are characters that I don't even know who they are. What?
Well, you know what? It wasn't... I made it sound like it's horrible. It's not horrible. It isn't, actually.
It definitely isn't great,
and it could get better and all that stuff, too, but... Considering how many books we read, I'm not sure about this.
Ain't nobody got time for this. I give it a 2.
I can't remember what I can't find it. Can you see it?
I don't even. This is madness. Oh, you gave it a 2.5. Or
okay,
2.5.
No, 2.5. Spider-Man, Ultimate Spider-Man, Miles Morales, number 5.
Listen, Bendis. I love the artist. I love the art of this book. I love the writing. But dear sweet mother of God, you've got to move this story along. I got to know if Peter is Peter or not Peter.
I thought you said it was good.
No, I like it, but we gotta move it. We gotta move it. The best part of this book was J. Jonah Jameson sitting down with the Green Goblin. Wow, that was a powerful scene. I can't wait to see what happens next. Oh, Carl just died. I gave it a 4, but seriously, let's get going. I need some answers now. All right.
Okay, this is Jim Henson's The Storyteller Witches.
You open it.
Witches. Jaysen read this.
This was more like a children's book than a comic.
Why I said, that I ain't gonna read it or buy it.
And I really liked it.
Just kidding, nothing wrong with kids'
Artistically,
books. I like kids' books.
Artistically, it's beautiful. The story's really interesting. If you're looking for something to read your kids as a bedtime story, I suggest this book. I give it a 4. Really cute. We didn't read this because we're not caught up. Superman Unchained number 8. I bet it was great. Oh, it looks great. If I had to give it something right now, I would give it a, I don't know, because we didn't read it.
Supreme Blue Rose number 3. If you like the first 2, you'll like this one too. And it doesn't get worse if you consider it being worse. But it is a little out there and you don't understand lots of things, but then you kind of do, but it's not so alienating that you can't read it. It's totally readable, and you start to think that it's like a puzzle, you know, very Lynchian, very like Twin Peaks, and you start to think, you know what, they're kind of recreating meanings to things, to words, to ideas, very meta. And you start to think like, oh, is there a multiverse in there? But it's beyond multiverse. It's also multi-time. You know, it's like, this is some like heavy, deep,
awesome,
and it's beautiful art. So I'm still on board.
Great.
I'm on that. Look at this. Look at this.
Oh my
That's
God.
Doc Rocket. He looks like Einstein.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
What'd you give it?
Something. 4.5.
Whoa.
4.5.
We did not read this because we're not caught up, and also it's Future's End.
Future's
so
End,
God
but-
knows. Swamp Thing.
But it's the
Looks
same
cool.
creative team. It's beautiful looking, and we love the creative team because we're reading Swamp Thing with Charles Soule
Yeah.
and Javier Pina, and it's beautiful. It's great. I think it's probably gonna be good. So we bought it blindly.
The Wicked and the Divine, number 3.
I didn't really care so much about the second one, so
Yeah, I like this a lot more than the second issue. It was a lot more. It was a lot easier to follow. I feel like we got a lot more clarity on what's actually going on. We got to see the characters kind of all lined up, so we knew who everybody was, which was really nice. I could have used that from the beginning. I really like Lucifer's character. I really like that she's kind of going rogue and going a little bit crazy. That's awesome.
Art's great.
Art's great. I really like this book. I'm gonna give it a 4.
Wild's End number uno. Advent.
I gotta be honest, I was pretty excited for this book. It looks like something I would like. It's got animal people. It looks cute, but kind of creepy. Probably the biggest letdown of the week. It was super boring up until the last...
book not of
like,
the week.
spoiler alert, but it was super boring until about the last 3 pages where robots showed up and started killing the animals in the town.
Oh,
And then I was
that
like,
sounds very
huh.
interesting.
But here's the problem. The first, like, 20 pages were, like, mind-numbingly boring, okay? Whoa. I don't know. Unless I hear that the second issue is, like, outstanding and, like, blows everyone's mind, I probably won't pick it up.
Blow.
I gave it a 2.
Blow.
A 2.
Yes, it really did blow.
Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman. Future's End number 1. I started reading the first 3 pages. That was about it.
Speaking of things that I hate about Future's End, why would you make me pick up Wonder Woman? I mean, I know why you would do it for money, but that's the only reason, is you want me to read Wonder Woman, then you want me to read Superman
like
Wonder Woman. Right, but you want me to read this, then you want me to read Superman Wonder Woman. And literally, unless I read that issue, I don't get any closure whatsoever on this book, and that's really obnoxious that I picked up a one-shot only to find out that I have to have 2 books to finish the story. And you did that with Justice League United, and guess what? We didn't buy Justice League Future's End to finish that. We're not gonna buy Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, whoever the freak is in that book, to finish this because this story was kind of lame.
But we bought this to determine whether or not we wanted to buy the second half of it, because you know why we kind of bought it too? It's also because A, Wonder Woman.
We do like Wonder Woman.
Charles Soule wrote it, and we're liking his Swamp Thing, so I kind of gave it a chance, right? The art.
Here's the other thing about the art, is it switches back and forth between 2 artists, neither of which I like.
Horrible, but so I didn't read it.
Yeah, I gave it a 1. I just am so done with Future's End.
How about the book of the week? I'm gonna give it to Multiversity, Society of Superheroes, Conquerors from the Counter World number 1.
What a crazy title. I'm gonna give it to The Life After.
Of course.
Oh my god, I can't wait for more of that book. It was great.
I can't wait more for Multiversity, y'all.
Yeah, no kidding. Listen, guys, if you watched this far, then you've got 2 more minutes to spare. I'm going to tell you that the month of October is going to be really freaking awesome for us. You guys know that Carl just got back from his movie premiere in Toronto. What you don't know is that his movie is coming out in select theaters in October, probably on October 24th, but it's going to be at a bunch of film festivals, so you should check there. It's called Revenge of the Green Dragons. We'll put a link to the trailer in the description. Carl's in it a lot, and you look pretty good.
You didn't see it?
The trailer? No, you're in the trailer a lot. I haven't seen the movie yet.
I did see it.
Yeah, he did see the movie, but the trailer has him a lot, and you're in that a lot.
And you can read about my experience at the world premiere, red carpet premiere, on my blog, which we'll put a link on it. And you can see pictures.
Yeah, definitely.
Like that.
Definitely.
And Jaysen Headley has a book coming out at the end of October, which is basically Halloween, the 31st. His book is a love story for witches, which we are currently busting our booties editing right now to finish by this weekend. And he's gonna be on Good Morning America promoting it, and it's already being promoted on Amazon. Apparently, somebody happened to see it as a featured book that you could pre-order.
Yeah,
isn't that amazing?
That's awesome.
And he's already I'm sorry, but he's already got like 2 other books in the not in the can, but that he has lined up that he has to publish. Not has to publish, but they asked him to.
Yeah, so there's a lot of great stuff coming for us in October. We hope that you are going to keep up with us. We'll keep you posted on everything. Go see the movie, check out the book. This is shameless self-promotion, but why do we have a YouTube show if we're not going to shamelessly self-promote ourselves?
If you're going to be in New York City at the end of October, you should come to the signing / what is it? The opening? No, not the opening. Not the premiere, but the...
There's going to be a bunch of signings. We'll let you guys know more about those when they get closer for the book. And there's going to be a movie premiere for Revenge of the Green Dragons. So come check that all out. And thank you guys so much for watching. watching this far, and we love you, and please remember to comment. You can check out our blogs in the description below. You can follow us on Twitter. I'm at Cucamonga He's at Carl K. Lee.
I'm sorry I'm so out of it today. I'm acting like a crazy person.
We're editing a book right now, which means very little sleep and lots of crying on the floor. But man, I'm so excited for you guys to see the movie. I'm so excited for you guys to read the book. It's going to be on awesome October, right?
Yeah, it's going to be an awesome October.
All right, we will see you guys next week for more comic book reviews, and maybe, just maybe, we're going to do a Gotham review, right?
Yeah, Gotham's coming out on Monday, right? That's so exciting. I can't wait.
Oh, why are you so excited with those wide eyes? All right, we'll see you guys next week. Have a great week. Excuse me while I plug in our camera.
Fun.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
There he is.
Uh-oh. 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 Yeah. God.
While it's being horrible, I'm just getting worse and worse.
You need to relax.
I'm on drugs.
Oh my God, it's this
I'm just tired. That's gonna burn. Baby.
I don't think so.
Burn, baby. No. Burn, baby. Burn.
Jesus Christ, this should not
Put
be
it under
this
here, full.
Alright. Izzy, no. Maybe this isn't gonna work. Nope. Yes. All right.